Listen now, Eschatological Moment with Pr Cristovam Filho.
My dear brother and sister in Christ, so we understood that there are two very important tools in the hand of the Antichrist fellows. The first one is a planned economic crisis that is inevitable. We are going to live it probably in a few months from now. And we have a second very important tool, that is cultural Marxism. These billionaires, these banksters, they are not Marxists, of course. They want to keep the private property of their goods, of their richness. But they want to use the cultural Marxism as a tool to destroy the Christian values, especially in the US, because if you destroy the Christian values in the US, you are going to destroy the Christian leadership that this country has. And this Christian leadership, if you don't know that, is the source of all the power that the US has, is the Christian root that this country has. There is a very important philosopher, his name is Max Weber, and he once wrote that this Protestant ethics was responsible for the advance of the capitalism in the world and especially in the US. And these ethics that come from Christianity was responsible to make the United States the power that it is nowadays. But it's going to be destroyed. And they want to destroy it by this planned economic crisis and by using the cultural Marxism as a tool. And how can we fight back? First of all, we have to preach the gospel. Not only inside the church, we have to be brave enough, like it was in the past, the old apostles. We have to go to the streets and preach public about Christ. We have to do it. But it's not. It's old-fashioned. I want to keep the gates of my church closed and to do this for the family that are inside. My dear friend, if you try to do that, these people are going to die because we are not immortals. They are going to die, and they are going to forget many souls that are outside the gates of your church. So we have to try to expand this island, as I told before. We have to go to the streets and preach that you can be saved only by Jesus. We have to preach the Christian values, morality. We have to preach about the love of God. We have to preach about the power of God to heal, to change lives. We have to preach about it, not only inside the church. We have to do this public, not inside the stadiums. We can do this in the streets. We can do this in a square. We have to do this, but we have to unite ourselves. Alone, we are going to achieve a few people. If we are united, we can achieve the world. We can reach the nations. But we have to put our difference aside. And we have to establish a channel to communicate with each other, to change things. We have the example of the Church of Christ. We have our world gathering, occurs periodically. We have meetings in the US with many groups to discuss what we can do in spite of all the difference that we have, what we can do about it. It can be a pattern to be used by other churches. We can be with the Baptists, we can be with the Presbyterians, with the Methodists, and we can try to find something that we can do together to struggle this war. But the problem is, many pastors, many religious leaders, even know that we are in a war, even know that we are in a planned thing that are going to destroy us all. They don't know because they are shut inside their own churches. And it's wrong. We have to unite ourselves. We have to create these channels. And technology can help us a lot. We have internet. Sometimes it's used more by Satan than by the Christians. We have internet. We have means. We have web conference. We have tools that we can use to be more close and to find ways to fight against evil.
You have heard Eschatological Moment with Pr Cristovam Filho.